Hello, my dear viewers. My today's topic is really very unique because it is called parenthesis. 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 And it's a very uncommon word which means it is either a word or a phrase or a sentence inserted in another sentence to explain an idea. But if the parenthesis is separated from the main sentence, the meaning of the main sentence will remain unchanged, will remain explicit. Then I am repeating, my dear students, what is parenthesis? Parenthesis is either, please remember the spelling, parenthesis, Parenthesis. It means either a word or a phrase or a sentence inserted in another sentence to explain an idea so that the readers may easily understand the meaning of the sentence. But if the parenthesis is separated from the main sentence, the meaning of the sentence will remain unchanged or intact. There will be no problem if parenthesis is separated or dissected from the main sentence. However, let us take some examples to understand what parenthesis is. It is very interesting. For example, my first example, please, my dear students, you may take your exercise books, pen, etc. to take them down, because it is a very important topic of grammar. I have already given you the definition of parenthesis. Now let us come to take some examples. Let us give some examples to understand the topic. My first example is Mr. Mohan, livid with rage, could not speak at that time. Mr. Mohan, livid with rage, could not speak at that time. That means Mr. Mohan was so angry that he could not speak at that time. So, livid with rage is acting just like the appendix of human body. And if it is separated from human body, the man will live. So, the main sentence will live. The meaning of the main sentence will remain intact or unchanged if we dissect, if we separate livid with rage. That means Mr. Mohan could not speak speak at that time. So lived with rage is a parenthetical phrase. Is a parenthetical phrase. Remember it. Now let us take another example. It is also very interesting example. The flower, if seen very closely, the flower, if shown very closely, is obviously bluish. Is obviously bluish. So the flower is bluish. And what is the parenthesis? If seen very closely. And if you separate if seen very closely, the meaning of the sentence will remain unchanged, because the meaning will be the flower is obviously bluish. Clear? It is also parenthetical phrase. Okay? Let us take third example. Please take your exercise book and pen and write them down to be more clear. The girl sitting in her gloomy mood in my sister. It is enough to say that the girl is my sister. But I have used sitting in a gloomy mood. I am stating the mood of the girl. I am giving you the appearance of the girl. So sitting in a gloomy mood, it is parenthesis or parenthetical phrase. Remember it. Now let us take fourth example. Have you ever visited the shrine? Shrine. Shrine means holy place, or the religious place. Have you ever visited the shrine? The place with serenity? You see that the place with serenity, Serenity, is explaining the place shrine. So if you deduct the place with serenity from the main sentence, the sentence runs thus: have you ever visited the shrine? And if you give a dash and you write the place with serenity, the place with serenity is explaining the shrine and adding a beauty to the sentence. So what is the function of parenthesis? The function of parenthesis is to enhance the beauty of the sentence, is to increase the beauty of the sentence. So parenthesis is such a phrase, is such a word, is such a clause that the meaning of the main sentence will not be changed if the parenthesis is separated from the main sentence. This is. But it can be inserted in a sentence. You may begin a sentence with parenthesis. A sentence may begin with a parenthesis. For example, nevertheless. Nevertheless means in spite of the fact. In spite of the fact. Nevertheless. 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 Nevertheless, I tried to inspire the boy to compete in the swimming competition. Nevertheless, I inspired the boy to compete in the swimming competition. Clear? So nevertheless is parenthesis. It is a single word. Clear? Another example. However. However. However means nevertheless. However is also means nevertheless. However, let us come to the conclusion. Suppose a conversation, a debate, an argument is going on, and we may say at last, however, let us come to the conclusion. So, however is parenthesis. Parenthesis. I am repeating again and again as if I am teaching my students. Now, I am giving you another example. The boy was rewarded by the government for his courageousness. The boy was rewarded for his courageousness. Dash. The boy who rescued a drowning child. The boy who rescued a drowning child. So, how will be the sentence written? The boy was rewarded by the government for his courageousness, for his bravery. Dash. The boy, you are pulling the antecedent the boy. The boy who rescued a drowning child. So it is adding to the beauty of the sentence. It is adding or it is enhancing the beauty of the sentence. And if you cut down the boy who rescued a drowning boy, the meaning of the sentence will remain as usual. The boy was rewarded by the government for his courageousness. And dash, the boy who rescued a drowning child, it is an added attraction to the sentence. So let us complete my lesson tonight, and I hope that you have understood what parenthesis is. So parenthesis is either a word or a phrase or or another sentence or another clause inserted in a sentence to explain the idea more explicitly. And if the parenthesis is separated from the main sentence, the meaning of the main sentence will remain unchanged. Thank you very much. Good night. And I hope that you will not forget to subscribe my channel, An Easy Step to English Grammar. You won't forget to share, to like, to comment, etc. And if you do this, if you subscribe my channel, I will appear before you with more tidbits of grammar, and I hope that all of you will be benefited. And if you are benefited, I shall think myself to be blessed. Thank you. Good night. Please subscribe my channel.